Hey, it's Eli K Atlas, and in today's video, I am going to be drawing Captain Marvel, the Brie Larson version from the new movie Captain Marvel, probably in theaters by now if I am posting this video. So yeah, let's get right into it without further ado. Let's go a little over the thought process and why I did some of the things I did. So we're going to start from the very top, and the first thing that I should say about this is it ends up looking very stylistically different than a lot of my other work, I think. And the reason why is because I did half of the line art traditionally, so she is drawn herself traditionally, and then I incorporated some elements digitally, like things for the background, like the jet plane, the city. Some of those were like edited and kind of, I did some weird voodoo to it and I think it ended up turning out pretty cool. But first things first, I matched the skin tone. I tried to match the skin that she actually has in the drawing, or the colors, to the photo reference that I used, and I did it that way so that I could really make sure that it looked as close to the actual likeness of Brie as possible, because with likenesses I'm not really that great at it, so anything I can do to kind of put emphasis on the actual person to make it feel closer to that is the step I will take. And one other element to try to do that as well would be to color the lines themselves. It's a technique I use often. I've done a separate tutorial on how to separate your line art from your page color, the white of it, so you can have black lines on a transparent background, which makes it a lot easier to color the line art itself. So you guys can check out my video on that. So now we're moving on to the hair. And with the hair, it's blonde, but her hair isn't like super blonde like, you know, Claire from Heroes, Hayden Panettiere. It's like dirty kind of blonde, so it's a little brownish. So that's kind of what we did here. And usually I start with this color and then make it lighter for characters who are actually really super blonde. But in this case, you know, I kind of just left it the way it was. I played with the hue slider just a little bit, but overall it pretty much turned out the way that I colored it. Shout out to whoever designed the movie version of this costume. It's really cool, and it ends up looking really cool, but there's like so many details and so many just lines, and I know the movies like to do that, but it looks very cool once you do it. Shout out to whoever the costume designer was. And I like what they did with the movie version costume as well, because it does look like the one from the comic, and just, you know, a little more technical, a little more mechanical, which is special in that every time a movie adapts a comic book costume, it changes like 100%, but I feel like this is the closest they've actually kept a comic outfit to the source material. So now we move on to the red bits of the outfit. So we're gonna do it. The good thing about the costume is there aren't too many colors, just 3 primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. So I do them all in sections. And I have some swatches at the top, if you guys can see that on the top left corner. And there's like 2, 4, 6, 7 different shades of red, kind of like red, purple, that kind of thing. And I didn't even really need to use the full spectrum. I pretty much went up to the first 4 because of how I planned on using it. And I did use the like reflective purple kind of color that's in there. But overall, I pretty much stuck to 4 of the main red colors. Again, that's going to be important later. Even though I don't really show you how I did the background in this video, once you see the actual finished product, you'll be like, okay, that's why I didn't need so many. And now we move on to the blue layers. I debated doing like a dark blue, because depending on what picture you find online of the outfit, it's either super dark blue or it's kind of light blue or it's kind of in between. I kind of went in between, and I think I did end up making it a little bit darker, just because of, again, how I planned on using the lighting and stuff. So I wanted a little bit of contrast from the outfit to the actual background. Now we're marching on to the gold bits now. I didn't have to do a lot of work with the gold. It's pretty simple to color. There's a lot of it on the outfit though, so I had to go back and touch up some spaces that I missed even once I finished the, bigger areas of gold there. She has these, what's the word, triangles, these golden triangles like sewn throughout the costume, which are pretty cool. So those were details that I added once I finished doing the main front and center bits. So moving on to the end of doing that, I'm coloring the lines, the golden parts, just so that they look a little bit more natural, because I find that having hard black lines with gold makes it look pretty, I guess just weird would be the easiest way to describe it. But that pretty much wraps it up. It's a really simple costume, like I said. From there, I did a little bit of magic with the background, and overall I think the picture turned out pretty well. Let's get a discussion going. I want to know what you guys think of the picture. Do you like it? It's a bit of a different style for me. I'm playing around with the style a little bit. You can see with some of my newer stuff, I'm trying out a lot of different things, digitally and traditionally. So let me know what you guys thought about that. Are you going to see the BRIE LARSON Captain Marvel movie? Have you already seen it? What do you think about it? Let's get a discussion going in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys found this video useful. I will see you later.
Sana, sumi't mo sumiya. At dito sa sana, sila na nas